Hey Rob, how do you handle a new player joining an established campaign? Do you give them a lot of history on the story so far, or do they jump in with the same level of knowledge as their character would have? Um, Good question, and there'd be different reasons to do both. I think of it like an actor taking on a role in season 3 of a long-running TV show. I would expect the actor to know the TV show, and so that they know what style of show it is, so that they know what level of comedic acting versus dramatic versus, like, are they slapstick, are they straight face, are they the straight man role, are they coming in as like the victim role of a CSI one shot? They know what's expected of them, right? If you are hired as an actor on season 3 of a TV show that's been running for ages, and you've never even heard of the show, you're gonna kind of you're most likely going to mess up the idea of what's expected of you. The director, is going to have a harder time pulling you into the look. Okay, no, you're kind of coming at this from a wrong standing. This is not an ensemble show. It's all about that guy, and you're just helping his story, sort of thing, right? And it's the same with the DM. Same with the D&D table. The DM should bring you into it, understanding the basics of what sort of story we're telling here, with helping as well. Like, unlike that last example about the TV show, D&D is an ensemble cast, and it is about all of you, and it should be anyway, about all of you and having equal focus and equal spotlight. So the DM should definitely take into account what you want, what sort of story you want to tell. But that's part of the vetting process that comes before you even join the table. You've already done a session 0 with your players that are currently playing. Hopefully you've done check-in sessions as well, because session 0 is kind of poorly misnamed, because it implies that you only do it once before you start the campaign and never do it again. You should be doing check-in sessions relatively routinely, at least every few months, just to be like, is everybody still enjoying this? Now that we've actually played for a while, do you want to change any of your answers? Are you enjoying the frequency of combat that we're having? Are you enjoying the difficulty of the combats? Are you enjoying the level of roleplay and social exploration and all this stuff? So you've done your check-ins with your players. You hopefully know what sort of game you want to be playing. You need to do one with the new player and be like, hey, what sort of story do you want to tell? This is the story we are currently telling. This is the story. This is the kind of game that these guys like to play. Is that going to gel with the kind of story you want to play? And then it's okay to have them join for like a trial period, and to be like, don't invest too heavily in this character, because if we find that you're coming in wanting to be Poop McDingleFart and the rest of them are like Serious McSeriousface, like, I might have to ask you, hey, I think Poop McDingleFart needs to retire to the country, and you need to make a new character that fits with the rest of the vibe of what we've got going on here. And I think that that's okay to ask for. But when it comes to level of detail, I don't expect a new player to overwhelm themselves with like here's the tome of 700 pages of what's gone on in this 4-year campaign so far, right? I don't expect them to know everything about everything. It's okay for them to not know the names of the other characters. It's okay for them to not know what they've got in the inventory and what their quest is and who the so-and-so lich bad guy is, right? Because their character wouldn't know, and that's okay to explore in-game at the table. They can have a moment around a campfire where they introduce themselves and explain what the quest is and explain anything that's pertinent to them. But I would expect them to have done a little bit of work to prepare for like things they should know about the world. You don't know this, you don't know these people and their story, but you do know who the gods of this world are. You do know what the days of the week are. You do know what currency is used. You do know the name of the country you're in, that sort of stuff, because you are a character in the world and you would know that stuff. So here's the document of all you should know. Familiarize yourself with it somewhat, but it's not a test. You don't need to study it and know it off by heart. Just have it somewhere you can reference for when you do need to know it.
Hi there, if this is the first video you've watched of my stuff, check out more videos over here. I do D&D related content all the time.